how to develop this intrinsic motivation that takes you from your current situation where you barely have any energy, you don't feel like doing anything, you feel sluggish, you feel depressed all the time, to where you wake up in the morning and you feel this exuberant excitement to literally go and accomplish your goals. You feel optimistic about the future, and you just have this joy and peace that's coming from within, and you literally just feel happy. You know what I mean? And in this video, I'm going to show you how I obtained this crazy intrinsic motivation to literally go after my goals. And I'm going to take you step by step on how I've literally improved my mental health with that. So you have two sides to this spectrum. So on one side, you have all the people on YouTube that are preaching, you know what I'm saying, motivation isn't important. You don't need motivation. You only need to rely on discipline and stuff like that. And honestly, in my opinion, I think that advice is toxic and it's terrible advice to be giving people. You know what I'm saying? Because I think both are very important, discipline and motivation. It takes a balance. And then you also have the other side of the spectrum where you have these motivational speakers and stuff that are telling you, you know, they're trying to motivate you on becoming successful. And they use stuff like, you know, they use all these superficial things like how you can get a fancy Lambo or a Bugatti or something like that, or you can get some fancy house, or you can have women chasing after you, or have this big outstanding looking physique and stuff like that. And that stuff is really nice, don't get me wrong, but when you base your motivation and your desires in life off of materialistic and superficial things, that is what makes your motivation not last very long. It will be very temporary when you have that, and then you have to rely on discipline, and then you just give up to, you know, when you're chasing after these things like money and trying to get rich and stuff like that, that's when your motivation doesn't stay very long. And currently, that's something that I had to learn, you know, the hard way, because I was on this self-improvement journey where I wanted to be on monk mode, and I just wanted to focus hard and grind and stuff like that. And what literally ended up happening was I got burned out to the point where I didn't feel like doing anything, and I barely had any energy to pursue my goals, pursue my aspirations, to get, you know, just to live out the dream life that I want. So the way to obtain motivation, like endless amounts of motivation, is to literally, in a sense, this motivation, it has to come from within. It has to come from within you. So this intrinsic motivation. So I came up with something. I wrote down in my journal what I truly want out of life, because I think one thing that really determines how much motivation you have on a daily basis is your belief and knowing where you want to be. So do you believe that you can get where you want to be? Do you believe that you will ever be successful? Do you believe, can you see yourself getting there? Is that even obtainable to you? And, you know, subconsciously, the belief will manifest itself in your motivation. So the more you believe that you can achieve something, the more that you believe that you deserve it, the more, you know, you will just naturally have this optimism and excitement and motivation to get where you want to be in life. So in order to do that, number one, the first thing you have to do is write down, and this is going to be an actionable step. You have to write down what you want out of this life. What do you want to achieve out of this life? And this is how I've been doing things. It's how I've been I've been getting success in my dating life and on YouTube. And, You know what I'm saying? And mainly with my mental health, my confidence, it's been going skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying? So what I wrote down, I wrote down what I want out of this life. So this is what I want. I wrote down that I would like to live in a calming, peaceful environment with tons of new experiences available, alongside with a loving, authentic, and supportive partner who loves me unconditionally and who wants to see me grow. My ideal life is fulfilling my purpose, helping other young men who face the same mental challenges as I did, and helping them to achieve their goals, whether that is through creative means like making music, video games, or YouTube, and stuff like that. And I really want to experience challenge in my life. I want to get stronger, you know what I'm saying? I want to build that physique, but not because I want to look good on social media, but because that's just something I want. And these are some things that'll just make you feel more confident in yourself. And so after I wrote all this down, what you need to do is literally visualize that. And I've been practicing visualizations for quite a long time, quite a while. So now it's like more easier for me to believe that I can actually get there. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to do in order to believe you can actually get there is like meditate and visualize that life that you want. And that will literally help it come to fruition while you are putting in the work. So that is your actionable step. And now what you want to do is you want to write down, so I wrote down, how will I achieve this? So basically I wrote down, in order to achieve this life that I want, I will have to make sacrifices. And if that means no social media, like no dating apps, no fapping or whatever, no alcohol, no distractions, none of that stuff. Just locked in and focusing on the goals, right? And stuff like that. And I also made it very clear to myself in detail that the next 3 months of my life is I'm gonna go on a fast, and I'm gonna focus heavily on optimizing my health. That means mental and physical and biological and all that, and then improving my social skills. So improving your social skills are gonna be one that one's going to be very important, because a lot of your motivation is going to come from women. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, you were biologically designed, you were created, God put you here to start a family, like to go find a wife and get married and start a family. So that is where a vast majority of your motivation is going to come from, like literally just trying to make new friends and have positive experiences in your life. And that is going to come from improving your social skills. And then the last thing that I wrote down for a goal is my spirituality. I want to really want to develop continue developing a close relationship with God, and just developing myself spiritually, and continuing to find out what my purpose is. And then you have the stuff like your passions and your goal, your hobbies and things that actually like make you happy and make you feel like you belong on earth, make life worthwhile. So we're going to go into all this stuff in detail, kind of, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing, like my first goal that I have is optimizing my health. So you can write down like 3 goals that you have, and then kind of just write out the things that you're going to do in order to improve that stuff. So in optimizing my health, lately I've been trying to really optimize my testosterone levels. And most of the time I just take a ballpark guess of where I think these levels are. So right now I think they're probably, I don't really know where they are. I haven't got any blood work done. I'm actually going to go get some blood work done pretty soon, so I can kind of just know for sure where they are. But my goal is to really get my testosterone levels up to like 1200, like really high, you know, really high testosterone, like a drill sergeant, because that your testosterone levels are really, that is your man hormone. They're really going to contribute to you feeling like your best self. It's going to really contribute to you feeling confident and strong. You know what I'm saying? It's really going to help with your motivation and going out and achieving things. Matter of fact, your health, like your physical health and your mental health, is really going to contribute like 80-70% to your motivation, and as in like going out and achieving the goals that you want out of this life. That's going to make up majority of it. And then, you know, you have things like going to the gym or exercising, going running and stuff like that. That's going to help your testosterone also. Lately, I've been trying to really include more fats in my diet. So, you know what I mean? What I'll do is I eat cashews every day. I love cashews. And I've been eating sardines. Love sardines. Sardines are very good for your testosterone levels because they have omega-3s in them. Then you got salmon too. They got omega-3 in it. Those are healthy fats and stuff like that. And then every day I eat about like 4 eggs every single morning. Well, not in the morning. I get up and I do some gig work and all that, or I'll just do some type of work like meditating or journaling or something, and then I'll eat after, I record a YouTube video or something like that. And then I'll eat after I do all that stuff, and I'll eat 4 eggs. I'll eat 2 packs of sardines, and then I'll have, some cashews. And maybe you want to also eat something for your probiotic health. So I'm trying to implement this schedule where I just eat twice a day. And then, before the sun sets, I'll eat ground beef and rice, something like that. Put some sour cream, some cheese in it, and I'll do that. And I think that you also want to make sure you consume some fats before, at night before you go to bed, because that's when testosterone is produced for the most part. And of course, like when you wake up in the morning, you also want to try to get your sunlight and stuff, and you want to also prioritize your sleep. Get very good sleep, you know what I'm saying? And lately, I haven't gotten the best sleep because of my allergies. My allergies really, at night, I'll have these breathing problems and stuff like that. So you definitely want to make sure you are getting an adequate level of sleep. I would say at least 8 hours. I'm trying to get mine up to 8 hours. I think last night I got 6 hours and 30 minutes, or maybe 50 minutes, something like that. And that's where I was at. So you want to, really improve your health, drastically improve that. Like go to the gym, go running, get sunlight, drink plenty of water, get your vitamins and minerals so you can eat fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Very, very healthy. And that's going to be my goal for the next 12 weeks. That's going to be what I'm prioritizing. So, and of course you're going to have to sacrifice things if you need to for your mental health. Like you're going to have to stop drinking alcohol or scrolling on social media if that's a thing for you, if that's a problem or anything. It's all up to you. And something else, my next goal that I have is improving my social skills. So this can be with, just speaking to people in general, having conversations and stuff like that, or even as far as like flirting and getting numbers and stuff like that, or whatever, trying to meet more women. And this is the one thing that everyone gets wrong, because everyone tells you that if you're on self-improvement, if you're trying to start a business, or if you're just trying to develop yourself as a man. I'm like 26 years old right now. So they tell you that you should just focus on yourself, King, or, not to include women in your self-improvement, or, they tell you cringy ass stuff like that. And in my honest opinion, in my experience, I feel like women are a very important part to your self-improvement, because you have to remember at the end of the day, the reason that you are on this earth, the reason that you are here, the reason that God created you is to reproduce. Your purpose on this earth is literally to have children, build them up, and have grandchildren and build them up, and then also have great-grandchildren and build them up. So your purpose is to help others, like, for the most part. And so if you're not interacting with women, if you're not interacting with other people and trying to build your social skills, because you can go to the gym, you can make tons of money and, you know, be an entrepreneur and stuff like that, but that isn't going to help you get better with your social skills. Your social skills are actually going to require its own, like, attention by itself. And I think that the self-improvement stuff is very important. You should definitely be working on yourself. You should be on your purpose. You should be doing all that stuff that's going to make you successful. But with that being said, that does not mean you need to completely cut out dating. You can take, like, you can go on one date a month. I'd say like one date every week or whatever or something. Just go up and approach women, you know, one a day or two a day. You see someone attractive, speak to them. Or if you see someone, hey man, how you doing, bro? Or, you know what I'm saying, you see something that they're wearing, something that you like, just comment on that. Be like, hey, how you doing? Or something like, hey man, I like that tattoo right there. And, you know, you never know, you might get a friendship sparked out. You might make connections and stuff like that. Maybe the person that you meet or the woman you meet, maybe they might be doing the same thing that you're trying to do. So you never know. So I think improving your social skills is very crucial to your motivation, because as humans, we are social creatures. We weren't meant to stay in our houses by ourselves all day and just do business work and stuff like that. We were meant to interact with people and have communities and stuff like that. And that's something that I'm working on myself right now, trying to be, you know, improve my social skills and stuff like that. And last but not least, which this is like going to be the most important thing that is going to help you with motivation, it is going to be your spirituality. Everything that I said, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in the man that you are, if you don't believe that you can actually make it, if you don't actually see yourself getting where you want to be, then you can throw everything else that I said out of the window, basically. So your spirituality is basically going to be made up of your purpose, like why are you here on this earth, and building up your relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like understanding the higher power and literally just understanding why you were here on this earth. So, you know, as far as your spirituality goes, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. This is where a lot of people miss, because they're not working on their spirituality. They're not working on their relationship with God. They're not, you know, working on things like, you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff. And a lot of people might just click off this video when I start talking about this, but this is actually like the most important point. You need God in order to be successful. But let me just say about my experience with this. I feel like in order to really, let's say you want to start a business, right? Or you want to attract a woman. In order to truly attract this energy into your life, you have to, in a sense, you have to become that energy. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to attract a loving and authentic, beautiful partner into your life, you have to be a loving and authentic, beautiful partner. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be rich, or if you want to make money, or if you want to be an attractive person, you know what I'm saying, attract these things in your life, you have to be that you have to embody that of which you are trying to attract. So it's all about being intentional with what you want out of this life. You know what I'm saying? So this almost goes back to, if you don't believe that you can have it, if you don't believe that you deserve it, then you probably don't, you know, you're not going to attract that thing into your life. You're not going to attract that motivation, because motivation really comes from what you feel like you deserve. That's basically where this intrinsic motivation comes from. So a few key things that you need to remember, because see, online, I feel like everyone tries to make it seem as though your confidence or your self-love comes from adequacy, or like these material gains that you have, or, you know what I'm saying, things that people can actually see. But what they often get wrong is really about what's on the inside. That's what really determines how your confidence looks, your motivation, your attraction, all of that. It's what is on the inside. So you need to love yourself. You have to have some self-love. You have to be able to look in the mirror and say to yourself that I am worthy, I am confident, I am strong, I am attractive, I am disciplined, I am masculine, or if you're a woman, I'm feminine, or whatever. Or, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look in the mirror and say these things to yourself and actually believe them and want these things in your life. You have to love yourself. This thing about the self-love is what a lot of people get wrong. You are not self-improving. You are not trying to build a business. You're not trying to go to the gym and build a physique so you can earn your self-love. You are doing all of these things because you love yourself, because you already love yourself. You already know that you are enough for this stuff that you want in your life. I think you're like your goals. So if we go back to where we were writing down our ideal life and our goals that we have, you know, I wrote down that I would like to live in a calming, peaceful environment with tons of joy and stuff like that. And I want my significant other to be a loving, authentic, and supportive partner. In order to attract these things into our life, we need to basically already embody these traits that we want to attract. We need to be intentional about what we know we deserve. So we must feel as though we deserve these things in our life. And when you are able to meditate or close your eyes and visualize what you want out of life, and you can literally see it, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times when we're trying to pursue our goals, when we're trying to look for things out of life, what we tend to do is we create a lot of distance. We put a lot of distance in between us and our goals. And what that does is it takes away our motivation, because we don't feel as though we have those things or we can really achieve those things. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't really feel like you achieve it, like you can achieve it, your body is basically saying, oh, well, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause your body doesn't like to waste its resources, you know what I'm saying? So you can have all the discipline, all the work ethic, all the talent, all the skill in the world. But if you do not believe in yourself, you can expect to get nowhere in life. And that is what nobody on YouTube really talks about. So I hope this video helped you, you know what I'm saying? Because you get online and everything, and you hear all this crazy advice and stuff like that doesn't really help. And this is something that truly helped me, like, improve my mental health. My motivation is like my motivation is getting a lot better. And like, I'm gonna continue to update on my motivation and where I am and stuff like that, of course. But just like you, I'm on a spiritual journey. I really want to travel and stuff like that. I want to, you know, I just want to be the best version of myself that I can be. And I'm actually excited. I feel this exuberant excitement for just to work, just to grow, just to experience this discomfort, you know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to get rid of that voice in my head that's saying, oh no, just, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really used to being happy. And that's crazy to say. Like, that is a crazy thing to say. I'm not used to feeling joy and feeling happiness, you know what I'm saying? So to my body, it just doesn't feel right that I feel this way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on this spiritual journey, you know, trying to improve my diet, trying to improve my relationship with God, and just becoming an all-around better version of myself, you know, improving my social skills and everything. And if you find yourself on the same journey, on the same path, and you would like to be on the same journey, if you would like to achieve these same goals, and this really resonates with you, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I have a Patreon coming very soon for those of you who really want to invest themselves in this growth, who want to see growth out of life. And because I'm definitely on that journey. So yeah, my name is Raheem the GOAT, and my goal is to help people who went through the same thing that I went through, like with the mental issues and my spirituality, and really just helping people from making the same mistakes that I did when I was like 20, 21, 22, and much younger. So if you're interested in that, definitely like, comment, subscribe. My name is Raheem the GOAT, and never give up. Your younger self is rooting for you. Peace.